Hi all, I'm Ankur Gupta. Hope all of you are doing well and welcome to Analytics School. Today we are going to discuss about Proc Summary procedure. Proc Summary is one of my favorite SAS procedure to calculate descriptive statistics. In today's session, we will demonstrate a few examples of how to use Proc Summary. Moreover, we will also demonstrate few tips and tricks to create exactly the appearances and statistics you want. Before we proceed further, let's understand the difference between Proc Summary and Proc Means. I will say Proc Summary and Proc Means are 90% the same procedure. The main difference between the two is that Proc Summary stores descriptive statistics in the dataset, whereas Proc Means display descriptive statistics in the result window. Another major difference between the two is underscore type underscore variable, which you get by default in Proc Summary. And I'll show you that how you can use that particular variable to do your analysis in a better way. So let's do a few examples and see the powerful features of Proc Summary. The dataset which we are going to work on is the shoes dataset, and one can access it from the sales help library. Let's see the top 5 records using proc print statement. There are 7 variables which you can see here: region, product, subsidiary, stores, sales, inventory and returns. Where region, product and subsidiary, they are categorical variables, whereas stores, sales, inventory and returns are numerical variables. Let's verify the data type by using proc content statement. So there are 395 observations and 7 variables, and you can see here the data type for the variables. Inventory is numerical, product is character, region is character, returns is numerical, sales is numerical, stores is numerical and subsidiary is character. As I had mentioned earlier, the main difference between Proc Summary and Proc Means is that Proc Summary stores descriptive statistics in a dataset, whereas Proc Means display descriptive statistics in output destination. What does that mean? So let me write Proc Means statement data equal to SAS help dot shoes, and my target variable is sales, and let me run the code. So you can see here Proc Means has given me the descriptive statistics of sales. N is 395, 85,700, standard deviation is 129,107, minimum is 325, maximum is 1,298,717. Let's say if we want to get the same result using Proc Summary. So this is a Proc Summary statement, and I'm calling the dataset SAS help.shoes variable sales, run. It is not going to give me an output. It is going to throw an error for me. Error: neither the print option nor a valid output statement has been given. So basically, Proc Summary does not give you any output in the result window. What we need to do here, we need to create a new dataset called Summary 1. And you can see the notes here. There were 395 observations read from the data set help.shoes. The dataset work.summary 1 has 5 observations and 4 variables. And we have saved that output in Summary 1. So basically, Proc Summary and Proc Print statement run in tandem if we want to see the output. So you can see here, we got a statistic, descriptive statistics, N, min, max, mean and standard deviation. And you can see the values here. And how many number of observations are here? 395. So basically, that is the main difference between Proc Means and Proc Summary. Now let's discuss the general syntax of Proc Summary statement. So in Proc Summary statement, we have to mention the data equal to SAS help.choose and the output statement and run. If we are not going to have any var statement, then the code will run successfully, but it is going to give us only one output. Let me show you that. That how many number of observations are there? 395. But that is not the case with Proc Means. Let me show you. It will give you the descriptive statistics for all the numerical features here. That is another thing which you need to take care of, that whatever the target variable or what are the numerical features you want to analyze, you need to call them in var statement. Now let's discuss about our summary 1 table. The result in an output data set summary 1 with 5 observations, 1 for each default statistic. The default statistics of Proc Summary are n, min, max, mean and standard deviation. The dataset contains 4 variables. The target variable sales is simply the value of the computed statistics. Besides that, SAS creates 3 new variables. One is underscore type underscore, which indicates that what combination of the class variable or the categorical variable is used to compute the statistics. And we'll come back to underscore type underscore and how we can use this variable to do our analysis. Underscore freak underscore tells us the number of the observation that contribute to the calculation of the statistics in Proc Summary. Whereas underscore stat underscore gives us the name of the statistic. Now let's say you want to do the EDA on more than one numerical variable. Let's say you want to do the analysis on sales as well as on inventory. How we can do that using Proc Summary? It is very simple. Let me copy and paste. The output dataset is now summary 2. What we need to do here with sales, we will call another variable inventory. Let me run the code. And now you can see here, we have got the summary statistics for both sales as well as inventory. Before we proceed further with class statement to find the descriptive statistics for one variable grouped by another, let's see how many categories are there in our categorical variables. For that, I'm going to use proc freak and I'm going to call our dataset SAS_help.choose and I'm going to call the statement tables, and then I'll call our categorical features region and product. Let's run the code. And you can see there are some categories in both region and product category. In region you can see Africa, Asia, Canada, United States, Western Europe and some other countries. Whereas you can see in product we have boot, men's casuals, women's casual, women dress and some other categories. Now let's say you want to do the analysis only for region Africa. How we can do that? I'm going to call the Proc Summary procedure data equal to SAS help.choose. This time we are going to analyze stores output equal to output out equal to Africa. I'm going to call the where statement region equal to Africa. Now let me copy and paste print statement and I'm going to call Africa output dataset. Let's run the code. My bad. Now let's run the code. And you can see here this time we have 56 records. minimum number of stores is 1, maximum number of stores is 25, mean value is 9.5 and the standard deviation is 6.8. So this is how one can use where statement to get a specific category from your categorical variable. In this particular case, we want to analyze only for Africa region. Let's say we want to do the exploratory data analysis for all the regions in the shoes dataset. How we can do that? It is pretty simple. Let me copy this code. What we need to do here, maybe some of you know the answer. We are going to call the class statement and then we are going to call our variable called region. We will change our table name, output table name as region, and let me use the proc print statement and let us run the code. And you can see here we have the output for the whole dataset for which we have 5 records, and then we have the output for Africa with 5 records, for Asia with 5 records, similarly for all the other regions in shoes dataset. Now, one thing which I am highlighting from the beginning, that one of the variable which Proc Summary creates is underscore type underscore. Why it is so useful for us? If you see, its value is 0 and 1. 0 means it is considering all the records when it is giving us the statistical analysis for the target variable. When it is not equal to 0, then it is not considering all the records in the dataset. For example, in this particular case, we have used the categorical variable region and it has one of the category as Africa. It has 56 records. So you can see here, it has not considered all the 395 records. It has considered only 56 records which are associated with Africa. So you can say it has filtered out Africa region separately. For Asia, it has only 14 records and provide us the statistical analysis. So this is one of the very nice features of Proc Summary, and we can use these features as a filter and do the further analysis on our data. Let me show you why it is an important feature. Let me use Proc Means SAS help.shoes. Going to call my target variable sales, class, region, and run. Now, when we use Proc Means and use the class statement there, we have got the result for each and every region in the shoes dataset, but not for the complete dataset. So the problem is, let's say if I'm analyzing the data, I want to have the analysis for my whole dataset as well as for my class variable. So in this particular case, I have to run the code like multiple times, save the output in different tables, and then I have to append them together. So it becomes a lengthy process and clumsy also. So that is where Proc Summary has an edge over Proc Means. You see the results are same: n, mean, standard deviation, minimum, and maximum, and you get the same results through Proc Summary also. Now let us do one more example. Let's say I include product. Here, and I'm creating a table called region underscore product. Let me copy and paste the print statement. Now you see here, product has become type 1, region has become type 2, and then there is an interaction feature between region and product, and it has become type 3. Now I have my whole analysis by using Proc Summary, where I have the analysis where I have the statistical analysis for my whole data set. Even I have the analysis at region level, product level, and when I combine both the features or interaction between both the features, I have the analysis for that also. If I have to do the same thing with Proc Means, let me show you with Proc Means what it is going to do for me. It is only going to give us the interaction feature. What does that mean is, I have the analysis for region and product, but I do not have the analysis for region separately, product separately, and for the whole data set separately. I have to do those analysis separately, and then I have to append them together into my output data set. So that is where Proc Summary really shines. Now let's say from our region underscore product table, you want to do the analysis only for those records where product is not null. It is very simple. What we can do here, we can use the where statement and say product not is null. So what it is going to do is, it is going to print only those records included with interaction features, because they are also not nulls, and it also gives you the record for product category only. So it has both product and interaction features. I have already shown you that when we have two categories in class statement, Proc Means give us the result for both region and product. How we can get the similar output? We can say here where product is not null and region is not null. That is one way. So you can see here, it is giving us the statistical measure for where both the features are available. Another way is, we can use underscore type underscore equal to 3. This is also going to give us the same output. There is another way. Let me copy the Proc Summary statement. There is an option called end way. I'll just show you what does it do for us. Let me copy proc print underscore end way. Let me remove the where statement. Let's run the code. So you can see here, by using end way option in Proc Summary statement, we have got the result with region and product only. We have not got an output for whole data set, for product only, for region only. The reason is, when we specify end way in Proc Summary, it limits the output statistics to the observation with the highest underscore type underscore value. If you remember, for the whole data set, when it is doing the statistical analysis using Proc Summary, underscore type underscore is equal to 0. For product it was 1, and for region it was 2. Whereas when we have both the features, as you can see here, it is 3. So end way give us the output statistics to the observation with the highest underscore type underscore value, and that is how we can limit our output by using end way. By default, Proc Summary give us 5 statistical measures. One is n, that is related to number of observation in the dataset, min, max, mean, and standard deviation. But let's say you want to have other statistical measures also, custom statistical measures, such as median, 25th percentile, 50th percentile, 75th percentile, or let's say range, which is the difference between min and max, and you want to custom name them also as per your requirement. How we can do that using Proc Summary? Let me copy the code of Proc Summary just to save some time. Let me remove Envy and let me write here custom. It is going to create a new table, region underscore product underscore custom. Now in output statement, we can call all the statistical measure and rename them also. For example, n, which is a metric, we can call them number of observations. Then we have men underscore sales, max equal to max underscore sales, mean equal to average underscore sales, median underscore sales. Let's say you want to have standard deviation underscore sales, range, let's say we keep it as range. Now let's say you also want to have 25th percentile, we call P25 and call as percentile underscore 25th underscore sales. Let's say you want to have 75th percentile and we call it as percentile underscore 75th underscore sales. So we have custom statistical measures here. We have renamed them also the way we want. And now let me have proc print statement. And by the way, it is also going to do one more thing when we call the custom matrix. Till now we had seen whenever we print the Proc Summary dataset, it gives us the output in a longer format. Now it will become wider. Let me show you. So you can see here there is only one record for Africa. So you can see here number of observation, which is n, min underscore sales, which is min, max underscore sales, which is max. This is average underscore sales in place of mean, median underscore sales in place of median, standard underscore sales, range, and percentile and 75th percentile value. Now earlier we used to have 5 records for every output. For the whole data set we have 5 records. For every region we have 5 records. For example, Africa was having 5 records. Now this time, because of the custom matrix, we can have like 10, 20 or whatever you want, skewness also, curtices also, and you are going to have n number of the statistical measure here, which make it, you can say, messy when we are going to have look into the data set, in the output data set. So in place of having a longer format, it automatically converts into a wider format, and that is another cool feature of Proc Summary. Now the last example which I am going to do is a trick. Till now, from the beginning, we have talked about that the Proc Summary statement does not give you any output into the result window when we run the Proc Summary statement without output out. Let me copy the code. Let me remove the output statement and let's see that. Let us read our error statement. Neither the print option nor a valid output statement has been given. What does it mean? By default, you cannot have an output, but we can override that particular functionality by passing an optional print statement here. And now let's run the code. You have got your output, and the summary output is in wider format, not in the longer format. And it is giving you exactly the same output as Proc Means. Here you do not have any output for the whole data set. You have an output just as proc means. Let me show you. So proc summary actually becomes proc means. Let me run both the codes and then you can compare. See, this is a summary procedure, this is the mean procedure. Exactly the same output. And in summary procedure, we do not have an output for the whole dataset. When we use proc summary statement with an optional print statement, it actually becomes proc means. And that is why in the beginning I was saying 90 to 95% proc summary behaves like proc means. By this example, we come to an end of this session. Take care guys. Have a great day.